Floating Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Sousou no Frieren chapters 138 through 140. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable royal kitty right here, hi kitties, and this operation literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So I can have my full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Dragon Ball Daima, or for Bleach 1000-Year Blood War, which we do have the first and fifth episodes available for free on Patreon. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you are a $10 patron, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there's a stacked fall anime season coming to a close and more on the way, including Sousou no Frieren. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So last time I covered Sousou no Frieren, we got to see Fern get like the perfect strike and essentially put a stop to, well, the attack on them. So let's get to 138 first, see what's in store for us today, which is titled Traitors. Ooh, Falsh. Cease such pointless behavior. I thought I said I didn't need protection. That is definitely out of the question. And you are not familiar with the locality either, correct? At least please allow me to show the way. You silly worrywart. What is that? It appears to be a statue of the great mage, Flam. Is it reminiscent in any way? Do you think she would be forgotten after so many extraordinary accomplishments? An era in which everyone in mankind can cast magic. The smile of the girl who would extol such a fairy tale can only be remembered by me now. It is enigmatic. I am the only one in the world who remembers her now. Is that what you think? Nah, Frieren remembers her too. I have more or less figured out the true identity of our foes. I have no doubt that they are shadow warriors. It seems they truly exist after all. Duh. When you say shadow warriors, you mean the secret agency of the Empire that specializes in assassination, correct? A legitimate organization of the Empire rather than some criminal syndicate. I believe that would be fairly unpleasant if so, but they have the Empire backing them, so, I'm guessing. Yep. One bad move and we will make enemies out of the Empire itself. We should act prudently. But one of them already got blown away by Fern. That's true. Well, we too have gotten into a spectacular fight with the Special Forces of Magic, so we're in no position to comment on others. Now, wait, this doesn't necessarily mean they are surely a legitimate organization. The Shadow Warriors were dissolved by His Majesty, the Emperor Emeritus Imperial Decree 16 years ago. The reason being that the chain of command was vague. Wait, it was vague? What do you mean by that? The Shadow Warriors were an organization completely different from the typical army force, and it seems most of the authority would be granted to the commander on site. Starting with the use of any kind of force within the Empire, to the right to prescribe assassination directives called lists. Everything would be left to the discretion of each commander. How outrageous! That would mean they are a unit that can act freely without any superior command. Why would such a structure? Because it would be powerful, right? Correct. The ability to act without a superior command would mean being able to coordinate in real time with your own judgments of the scene. It seems there are records of the Shadow Warriors having fought like they were one single being. Certainly their coordination was incredible. However, to think that they possess such authority, don't they sound dangerous? Party battles. When we fight as a party, I take command. But am I dangerous? Well, Frieren ain't a bad person. I would say Frieren is dangerous, though, which means it depends entirely on the commander. The commanders to bestow that authority to were carefully selected. Correct? Yeah. They were selected amongst those who swore their allegiance to the Empire. That's a particularly a great selection criterion, is it? Indeed. Things were fine when the Empire's principles of existence were clear, but problems emerged as time passed. The Empire's philosophies, ideals, and motives came to differ per person. The Shadow Warriors gradually ceased acting according to the Empire's will. The reason why His Majesty the Emperor Emeritus at the time chose to dissolve them was because it seemed as though people considered to be hindrances would arbitrarily drop dead. Whoa! A secret agency not even the leaders could seize the true nature of could only pose a threat to the Empire, which is why they were dissolved 16 years ago. But isn't that peculiar? Our adversary now is those Shadow Warriors that you speak of. There must be ghouls. There must be ghosts then, right? The commanders were granted great authority. They could use force and assassinate at will. Moreover, we are talking a secret agency that even His Majesty, the Emperor Emeritus, would or could not grasp the actions of. I cannot imagine him managing to cleanly dissolve them. That, plus those commanders all swore their allegiance to the Empire. If the Shadow Warriors were to be dissolved, it wouldn't be anomalous to have that thought, would it? If it were me, I think I'd get fired up with a sense of justice, thinking I need to rescue the Empire from heading into the wrong direction. In that case, it sounds as if they are traitors, you say? Ooh, yes. From the traces of the battle, we have confirmed the involvement of Shadow Warriors. The credibility of the assassination scheme has thus increased. A grimacing look. One after another, nuisances just keep popping up, huh? Shall we strengthen our security? Obviously. Our duty is to maintain the peace in the imperial capital during the National Foundation Festival. No matter if it is the Continental Magic Association or the Shadow Warriors, if they disturb that peace, we will need to deal with them. Well then, since we aren't getting our superiors to discuss about the strengthening of our security, I shall arrange for a carriage. Wait, are negotiations Captain Freeze's duty? I do not know where she is. Why is she always missing when things are hectic? Please do not vent your anger on me. See, are these profiles of the Shadow Warriors? For her to even acquire something like this, Lineal must be crossing a considerably hazardous bridge, The next time we see her, we might find a dead body, right, Kitty? Yeah. You shouldn't say such a thing even as a joke. A joke, huh? Well, Lineal is certainly a mage superior enough to make it seem like one, and rightfully so. She, albeit only once, in a practice match, forced SERIE'S down into her knee. This was a major achievement not even learning could accomplish. That was likely why she got scouted for the dangerous duty of spying on the Empire's movements. I know of no other mage superior as Lineal in combat. Stalwart Gazelle, and it turns out Walrus was a Shadow Warrior too, and after all. Uh-oh, what's the matter, Scene? Nothing. Nothing at all. Yeah, he saw a very familiar face. Let's get to 139, which is titled Blacksmith Crease. Here we go. And what is this? Well, I just bought it. Try crying, meow. Ulo-sama, what's up? Would it be possible for you to share some details of your battle with the Special Forces of Magic? Frieren-sama instructed me to ask. Boris explained that already to everyone earlier, didn't he? It seems she wishes to hear from your perspective, Ubo-sama. Also, did you not hear the sound of some flying insect? So that was the uncanny feeling I had. In that case, my mind wasn't tricking me. Still, it was pretty long. My mana detection didn't work, and I didn't see anything, so it was difficult. Even if I knew the secret behind that trick, I doubt that it makes it any less of a threat, though. Well, whatever. I wonder where I should start. In order to tackle the mission, I had to go to Forays' village. Please keep it concise. It's been so long now that, let's have a chat. Say, Are we really going on a search for those shadow warriors, relying on just just these profiles? The imperial capital is insanely massive. Plus, we already went to battle with them once, and the ball's being held tomorrow. So, wouldn't they lie in hiding until then? You should tell that to Sense, the one who issued this order. However, this is far better than doing nothing. It would be mostly ideal if we could take precautions against this assassination plot, after all. Still, frankly, I don't envision us finding them either. The conclusion will, for better or worse, unfold at the ball, and this woman's mana, our one and only lead, has never been detected again. So, since then too, if only Fern could have pursued her after what happened. She was obstructed much sooner than anticipated. We do not know where the special magic forces of magic stand. However, Fern was wise to choose retreat over arrest. He did not seem to be the type to go face to face against. At the moment, Fern is inquiring for detailed information. So once she's done, shall we go for a hunt for the Shadow Wearers as well? This is taking quite a while, huh? Well, they are close friends. By the way, where's Sane? He already left. He's far more motivated than we are. I see. Well, you're not wrong there. Aw. Damn it, where are you? Ooh. Crease, close up shop for today already. There he is. Why say something like that? I've got a life as well. Because of your Shadow Warriors missions. We've been held down by this alcoholic little sister who sinks all of your hard-earned money into her drinks. Nobody's gonna babysit her if it costs them money. Schritt's skill with the sword ranks her within the top 5, even within the Empire. Quite knowledgeable, aren't you? You're exactly right, which is why we're never going to die. We'll surely survive tomorrow's mission as well. I get it already. Hurry on back. Don't interfere with another's work. There was someone snooping around for you. Is that so? Well, you properly dealt with them, yes? He was a priest with a goatee. Uh-oh. Did you deal with them? Nay, there were people around. Besides that man, he had absolutely no doubt that you were the capricious fellow who kept calling himself Warrior Gorilla. He's never going to find someone like that, even if they're found. Even if I say so myself, it is a silly name. So it was the right decision for me to give up on it. Wouldn't it obviously be difficult to find him without his real name? An adult man called Warrior Gorilla. I can't imagine him persisting in calling himself by such a silly name. Silly name, you say? Indeed, it is a silly name, isn't it? If one aspires to become a hero who is remembered forever, the impact of a name is quintessential, apparently. He would get angry if I called him by any other name, you see, claiming he'll get forgotten. For such a childish reason, he's had this ridiculous obsession. And it is because of that I've already forgotten his real name, but now I've lost him entirely. That's why the person I'm looking for now is the Warrior Gorilla. Aww. If he has given up his dream and is now living happily somewhere, then that's not so bad either. However, if he still calls himself by that name, then I need to pursue him. We swore to become heroes who are remembered forever together. Aww. How ridiculous. Indeed, and by the way, I'm Priest Goatee. Doesn't ring a bell. That man told me he was called Priest Goatee. It certainly sounded like a joke, but that name is clearly memorable to me. Why are you telling me all this? According to Wolf's report, that man was apparently a priest in Frieren's party. He is not a new addition to the list, so we will need to take care of him afterwards. And I ask, why are you telling me all this? Do you want me to tell you to stop? My apologies. Because he knows. He ain't stupid. Here, Lord, eat until you're full. You're really not getting off your bed. How fascinating. If you're afraid, would you like me to hold your hand? It is only natural. Since Laura-san is a superior commander in battle, she has never been exposed to enemy attack until now, so I too cannot believe this. But it ended after just one blow, right? And since she isn't dead, Laura's still better off. Damn, she firm put the fear of God into her. Once when I messed up, I got all my nails torn off by the enemy, you see. God damn. Even though I could never give up the location of my comrades. Damn. Since the commander in battle at the time was Clematis, he quickly came to my rescue and healed me, though. Nonetheless, what do you think he told me afterwards? All right, now you can wield a weapon again. Head back to the front lines quickly. That man's definitely twisted in the mind, isn't he? We're not repairing some golem here, you know. Even though I was in so much pain that I was going to cry. What? Stop it. Stop that. That's why I think it's right for Laura not to leave her bed, because if not, she'll keep getting dragged onto the battlefield over and over by Clematis. To him, we're merely pawns used to execute a mission, after all. Iris, how's Lorcan doing? Any chance of her return? That would be a negative. She's useless now. Is that so? Well, let's just consider it a good thing that we've acquired a record on the battle. We will need to, Kitty, knock it off. We will need to reorganize our strategy. By the way, Iris, huh? What will happen with my dinner? Who cares? Go starve to death. Are you sure? You will be the only one to command in battle. I would sacrifice as many pawns as necessary to ensure victory, but that does not permit me to lead them to pointless deaths. I have no intention of bringing dead weight onto the battlefield. Laura has been nurtured as my successor. This loss will surely serve as good experience for her as well. She's a clever girl, but not as clever as I was when I was younger, though. Therefore, she should at least be able to settle things after this mission, so I can rest assured here and send myself as a pawn to the grave as well. How many are going to die? Well, if you are not satisfied, then being the commander of the Shadow Warriors, you could personally take over the reins as well. Wouldn't you agree, Governor General Law? Ooh, being the commander, you say, even though you are aware that that is essentially in name only. At the end of the day, I only function as a killer and uneducated warrior. I too am nothing more than a pawn. May I know the reason why Siri must be assassinated? Oh, is the reason, oh my god, hold on a second, my kitty is being very bad. Is the reason necessary to accomplish the mission? It may lead to the outcome you desire. Your Excellency, if we've rid this world of magic, ooh, so that's, of course that's the reason. Now, if I remember correctly, I think it was Frieren that mentioned it before. It was either Frieren or someone else mentioned it. So you didn't find him then. There's no helping it. The Imperial capital is a big place after all. Frieren, you people are going to infiltrate the ball as Siri's bodyguards. Take me with you. Sure, even if I find it more reassuring to have a priest with us. If you need my help, I'll offer as much as I can. Therefore, sorry, I can't promise anything. Both the Shadow Warriors and the Special Forces of Magic don't seem to be opponents that we could hold back on killing. To me, Fern and Stark's lives are most important, so since we won't be holding back, I can't promise. However, I intend to put in everything it takes to attain the most ideal outcome. Thank you, that's good enough. It's a little surprising, you know, since I heard this mission was forced upon you. You're far more motivated than I expected. Frankly, I couldn't care less about Siri's assassination plot, and I believe that running away from such a dangerous mission would be the right choice. But even so, this country was something left behind by my master. Even though almost all living evidence of her is fake now, this country where everyone can use magic is a real thing that master left behind. Therefore, I aim to attain the most ideal outcome, since that is surely impossible for Siri, who covets battle. Well, this is what her master would want, too. Even now, she's arbitrarily igniting the flames. Geez, you have a short temper after all. You don't have to do such a thing for me to already know that I'm immature. Frieren? We could not secure a good outcome, could we? Even though we're even giving openings for them to ambush us. Frieren-sama seems to be somewhat tense, and Fern is rather composed, isn't she? Well, I do acknowledge being worked up. I honestly wonder why I never noticed. There are two threats to the Imperial capital which cannot be turned a blind eye. Among them is the commander of the Shadow Warriors, whose sole profile is missing and whom we have no name to work with, while the other has been constantly watching us. Nay, chances are there is someone observing everything that's going on in the Imperial capital. Come to think of it, Frieren-sama, after we entered into the Imperial capital, you claimed that it felt like we were under constant surveillance, correct? Not long ago, Siri's mana detection engulfed the entirety of the Imperial capital. Are you aware? I do not know that much, but I have had this feeling of being seized by some immense power since not long ago. It is unsettling. I'm sure any other superior mage would feel it too, but even so, considering Siri's might, it's too easy to notice due to how obvious it is. It was without a doubt deliberate. Siri is picking a fight with someone we are unable to perceive. Are you saying to say that that personage was observing us? I don't know. The possibility is high, but it's probably not enough to be able to assert. That's how weak it is. Weak? The mutual interference and mana detection. I noticed from how flashy Siri made it. A mod detection so cowardly, weak, and exact, it wouldn't be surprised if it faded away at any moment. That has been stretched across the Imperial capital. Captain Phrase, the case of the ball's security is progressing smoothly. Good. I've spoken with our superiors about allowing the special forces of magic to act freely, so do not worry. Go and execute your mission. And what mission would that be? Maintaining the peace in the Imperial capital during the National Foundation Festival. That is the mission you had appointed to us. Indeed, that is what I ordered, because otherwise bloodstained soldiers like us would never be able to step foot inside that brilliant ball. Do you have any questions regarding the details of this mission? No. Kanone, the ball is a symbol of peace, so any sort of interference from the Shadow Warriors is unacceptable. I am aware. In that case, let's speak about maintaining the peace. Unforeseen circumstances can occur at any time, so we must devise measures against those as well. Are you hoping for an unforeseen circumstance to occur? It sounds like you do have questions for me. Well, what do we do if a battle breaks out between the Continental Magic Association and the Shadow Warriors? With the exception of the use of military force by the power of the state, there's no law permitting killing in this country. Which means, when it does happen, exact judgment under the law of the Empire. Kanone, I pray you will make the correct decisions. Everything we do is for the Empire's eternal prosperity with magic. Alright, now we are at 140. So 140 is titled The Ball. 'Tis the final day of the National Foundation Festival, which means at last the ball will be held at the palace tonight. Finally! Our duty is to serve as bodyguards to Siri-sama, who was invited here as a foreign dignitary. Due to an underlying assassination plot of the great mage Siri by the Shadow Warriors, its prevention shall be the objective of this operation, and our means of infiltration into the ball obviously become bearing invitations, so we can simply make a grand entrance through the front door. Preparations have already been made with that in mind. With the ability to act openly, we will have more means to protect her. That reminds me, was there any limit on the number of attendees I could bring? There has been no declaration, but I believe there should be no concern as long as you keep it reasonable. Very well, we should be fine then. In gratitude to His Majesty, the Emperor's generous hospitality, let us all head in together. Since we are being watched now, and even marked as fugitives at that, we shall enter through a different route. Understood. Even I feel that having an available team of raiders would be beneficial. How violent can we get during a raid? Oh, as much as your heart desires. That can't possibly be good, can it? What is it? Siri, there's something I'd like to say about this operation. Denied. Why did you put me together with this girl? We're clearly incompatible. Lies. It's not that I don't understand what you feel. However, if anyone else had gone to meet you, would you have undertaken this operation? Ooh, she got you there. So yeah, you're full of shit. The streets of the imperial capital must be nostalgic to you, and your parents and grandmother I do not wish to hear anymore. Well, fine. You're free to believe whatever you like, but I don't think that you two are compatible. She ships up! If you want to leverage your prudence as a weapon, you must learn to hold that girl's reins. Reins? Oh, where are those, I wonder? Probably left them somewhere behind somewhere. The ship! It seems we must be in uniform. Well, we are going to a ball after all, so I suppose it's only natural. As always, I'm not used to wearing these kinds of outfits, am I? Nonetheless, this seems easy to move around in, so I think it's pretty nice anyway. Hey Stark, there's something that's been on my mind for a long while, but it wasn't really the right mood for me to speak up earlier. Zane feels queasy as well, I take it. You suddenly got pulled into a situation like this after all. If you don't mind me hearing you out, go ahead. Do you think there will be any bewitching ladies at the ball? Well, that's not something you should bring up now either, is it? Ooh, please fasten it until I cannot breathe. You wouldn't be able to fight anymore, so no can do. Fern, tie my hair. Can you not tell that this is hardly the time for that? You have a scary gaze. How pitiful, Frieren. So you can't even tie your hair without your pupil? Well, Siri's in a similar boat as well, isn't she? Well, that's how much I'm revered, unlike you. Ooh, Frieren, if you say you need it no matter what, then I wouldn't mind tying your hair for you. Drop dead. That's not going to happen. You were certainly dragged into this, but that was an outcome sense took into consideration. It was not my will. If you are not content, you are free to walk off this operation, and of course I have no intention of forcing Fern to participate either. She may be a first-class mage, but she remains your pupil first and foremost after all. To begin with, even if I did not enlist your combined strength, I'm already aware that this assassination plot is more or less a farce. Even if the Empire were to assemble the full might of all their forces, Frieren, can you visualize a future with me dying? Why are you trying to deter us from the operation? Hey, Siri, what kind of future do you visualize, Siri? What exactly is my duty here? That's a great question. There will be no harm to the operation even if you walk off it. This is a matter for the Continental Magic Association, and I already said that it was not my will to get you dragged into this. When you three came to the Imperial capital, since arbitrarily, that beloved pupil who reveres you, did you truly believe she would not drag me into this? Frieren, come. I shall tie your hair. No need, I'll get Fern to do it. That's not it. I'm merely... Frieren-sama, I'm finished. Well, that took you quite a while, didn't it? Shocking to think persuasion would take this much time. I made the adjustments for us to be able to fight perfectly. Great work. Sense, sit. Siri-sama, no matter how free you may be, you know my skills in magic, do you not? I could deal with something like hair on my own. It's fine, come. Why us? About what? Your basis for selecting us for this operation. Weren't there others more qualified, such as Lernan? Lernan? There was no way he could attend this ball. He has been banished from from the palace. It happened over half a century ago. And what did that man do? Seriously. However, it doesn't seem like he's just sitting around, though. He went off somewhere with something in mind, apparently. What is he doing? What is he doing? I don't know what kind of future that may lead to, though. Siri-sama? It seems I've got off topic. The basis for selecting you people. Sense, do you remember what you wished for with your privilege? I do remember. There is not a single instant I have ever forgotten. At the time I had despaired, even though this child bears exceptional talent, she could never become a powerful mage, I thought. The ones participating in this operation are those who wished for privileges far from what I desired. A spell to allow me to locate my family's remains. I want to at least provide them a proper burial. The spell I wanted was probably taken already. In that case, alright, I'd like a spell to find my elder sister. Please grant me a spell to simplify laundry. Are you thinking straight? It's mysterious. There are talented people at both ends of the spectrum. Those who had wished for might and those who had not. The former would become mages in the ideal way that I desired, yet the latter would become mages who would surpass my expectations. A spell to allow me to freely change my voice. How come? I would like to be able to mimic your voice. Scary! Like, what the fuck? A spell to sleep soundly. Siri-sama, I'd like a spell that'll let me sleep soundly even after I kill someone. Ooh. Perhaps I wish to see, like, I don't blame her, because if you kill someone, you're going to probably be extremely traumatized and haunted by them. So, yeah, I understand that. Perhaps I wish to see an outcome that exceeds my expectations. Perhaps the future that I cannot possibly attain may be attainable by you people. Please elaborate. Seriously. I will not, because if I do, you will disagree with my decision. I'm sure all the mages here would act the same, which is why I brought them. Ooh, here we go. Let the ball begin. Yeah, dude. They all look cute. Siri looks the best. I love Siri's dress. Siri's dress is gorgeous. Frieren looks okay. Frieren looks okay. Siri looks the best though. I love this dress. But let the ball begin. But yeah. But Siri's vision though is very interesting. But why? But Siri's reasoning behind why she chose them for this operation, I think is very fascinating. It's the fact that they didn't ask for spells to be like, or like the spells to become the strongest sorcerers in the world. It was just like simple spells to find their loved ones, or a spell to sleep soundly. In the first case, to simplify laundry. I thought that was very, very clever. I like the way Siri thinks. But, anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Frieren content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon. Purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!